Yo, listen, I put my bet in for tonight. We gonna win. Yeah, pressure last game. Cat had a double-double in the first half, boss. That comment don't make sense what you just said.
Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, affectionately referred to as Stark Vegas, where earplugs are highly recommended because the cowbells will be
Listen,
ringing.
it looks good when it works. It
Exciting
looks
matchup
bad
we
when it
have in
don't work.
store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the back, the Buffalo Bulls. Taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Bulls will put total leather and we'll get started. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the offense on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the... to improve this field position.
Man, does it get any better than that? Creating a turnover on the very first play of the game. You talk about doing this all week, and you talk about, we can beat this team. We're going to go out there and execute. And to do it, the first snap, belief, climbing through the roof, baby.
Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive game, making your situation really good on the next down.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Going to the running game. And stampeding through the defense. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Wide receiver shows motion. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And how about the true freshman, trusting him down near the goal line, down near the red area to give him the football. And listen, you know he wants to punch one in. Been talked about a lot, a high recruit, everybody's singing his praises. He wants to get in that end zone and hear his name called one time.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And you just wonder, when is it going to happen for this true freshman? We know he's got so much talent and ability. The coaching staff was so excited about him coming into this season. He hasn't been able to score quite yet this year, but this is the time. This is an opportunity for him to break the seal.
Now the toss. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bulls. A quick strike, just as we expected.
And quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last.
Nigga, my team is 75, nigga.
Yeah, first play.
My offense is 72.
Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get louder.
On second down, wants to throw it. Catch in the middle. It's Mosley. Tackled, but he has a first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot, the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn that field. You saw that right there.
He'll keep it himself. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
And as a defensive player, you see so much option nowadays and so many different variants of it. And you got to play very disciplined, sound football. And you could tell he knew he was responsible for the quarterback. He goes and gets him, sits him on the ground, creates a tackle for a loss.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
How about the hit on the tight end there? They knew they had to bring the lumber on the big fella to bring him down, and they just blew him up.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, running back gets to give. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off. And really good vision there. Just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive points.
Wide out in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Fights his way for a couple, but stopped short of the marker. It's 4th and 1.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. And David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of a spot.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The completion well past the sticks. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Quarterback on the keeper. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, they were trying to set up the option, but the quarterback had no chance. Did you see the defensive tackle penetrate? What a great first step. He shot right through the offensive line and got the TFL.
The negative play leaves him with 2nd and 12. Here comes the option. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. And the pass hits, picked off. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
Well, the defense is feeling it now, right? 2 picks in 2 straight drives. Their guys have been all over the field making plays when the ball's in the air. D coordinator's got to love that.
Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
As a defensive guy, it's so hard to cover these running backs out of the backfield because it starts to go to the flat. Oh, no, I got to go cover him, and then boom. He hits that angle route, cuts right inside, gets inside of me, and now I'm just chasing him, trying to get him on the ground. Nice route by the offense.
Tackle is made after the first down.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
To the ground with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making a tackle for a loss.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. To the air. It's Agbana. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Bulls will punt it away on 4th down. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And the returner is stopped. The offense set for a 1st down play. Using his feet. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just make sure.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. It's gone. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
He'll toss it. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
And how about that interior defense stopping the run for nothing?
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play, and the wideout's going to wish he had that one back.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
That's what happens when you're a 70 overall. Niggas is dummies.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Oh, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass, it's Agbana. He makes the connection. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. New set of downs after that completion.
Yeah, Murrow 6'6". No. Damn. Last second, that nigga blocked here so fucking fast, boy.
He had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down.
And there's so much.
He had him blocked that first. That's the only reason I threw it. That nigga blocked shit as soon as I threw the ball.
Make an accurate throw to the right place. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
He's
Look
got
how
him in the
fast.
flat.
Nigga just breaking fast. Good man.
And a really nice job by the defense winning 2nd down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good 3rd down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
Look, come on, quarterback. 1st down, bro. That's the thing when I need a fucking throw, so it goes away.
I can bring on more speed, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Running back searching for a hole. Pirouettes through.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
Ball at at the 31. Third and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. Trying to get the edge on the right. They make the stop of this running game. Moves to change as they get the first down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use a play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Well, this situation on the field, this defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have the nose for the end zone. Of course, he scored his last time out. He's really good down here close to the goal line, finding creases.
Got 5 on that last one now, second and inches. They'll run the option. The pitch. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
I think it's easy to say, run the option, run the option. Well, you've got to be able to see it quickly and make quick decisions. Nice job by the QB, getting the ball to his playmaker. He can do the rest. Takes it to the house for 6.
Lining up for the PAT. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Looking for a crease to the left. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Wants to throw. It's Agbada. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. And maybe this guy was hoping somebody would bail him out, like a tough group or something.
Not going to be so lucky this time around. Give the defense credit. This pass rush is serious. It's real. And this quarterback is now going to have to play with a clock in his head that's going off just a little bit quicker. He's got to do a better job understanding when to get ready.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Mosley. And oh, did they know that one was coming. They'll knock him down in the backfield. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Quick touch pass to the receiver. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants it all. Makes the grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up, keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. K-State has the lead right now. The Little Apple has been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 7 over Arizona. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He wants to throw. He uncorks one deep. Intercepted. He'll try to take it back. The 20. Touchdown, Bulldogs. How about that D coming up with a play like that?
And stop it. How about back-to-back weeks with pick sixes? This guy is now making plays, not just for his defense. He's scoring points, and I promise you the locker room is a lot of fun. Mr. Pick Six, he's going to get a lot of congratulations and a lot of accolades this week.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important.
And he breaks into the open. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big game for the offense.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Agbana. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he wants it all. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
You just wonder if that last interception the quarterback threw last drive is starting to affect him and what he's seeing right now. He's seeing ghosts. He doesn't look very confident throwing the football. He's lucky the defense dropped that last throw.
No good. Guys, a missed field goal, and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute for them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got to.
He do so. My team ass. He has never beat me in college until this game. My team is the worst. And shit. This nigga's bad.
Short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Looking to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout.
It's a pick. Come on, man.
Serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on fourth down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
To the air, it's Akbana. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Looking to move it through the air. Got his man on the right. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him, he's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Coming after it. Under heat, he gets rid of it. Flag flies in as this one falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. On second down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. It is good! So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. As expected, looks as if they'll run it out and go into halftime with a lead. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Mississippi State will put a foot to it to crank up the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Bridges. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football from out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so they can win this game.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Dropping back, it's Agbana. Steps away to find some room. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Comes out throwing on first down. Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Coleman. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. A big gain there as they did a tremendous job working the middle of the field.
Yeah, and if you're going to complete that throw, Reese, quarterbacks have got to play with anticipation. You've got to get it out of your hands early and give your receiver an opportunity before the defense gets to the ball.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdowns.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Extending the play. Makes the catch.
My quarterback is so bad, bro. Lead a first, those are red.
No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature, you find them, and they produce like this, and you keep finding them.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable in that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
The back goes in motion. Back to throw. It's Agbana. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Out of the backfield, he's open. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
He's looking to throw it. Snagged in the middle. It's Henderson. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, complete pass.
He wants to throw it again. Grab near the marker. It's Morrow. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to kick a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now they'll...
Fires deep toward the end zone. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step 1. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step 1 accomplished.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
And that last play is why it is a gift to have a short-term memory in this game. 2nd and long coming up. He's looking to throw. The short hands, it's Coleman. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. This is a real chance to sort of settle things down, maybe generate a little momentum if you can put together a touchdown drive here. And the ball's on the ground. Oh, the offense ought to go buy a lottery ticket because that ball somehow bounced right back to them. They'll keep it.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls on.
2nd down after the offense recovered its own fumble. Dropping back, it's Agbada. Complete to the left. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
Give to the running back. Gives him a little breathing room, picks up 5 and gets it to the 7-yard line.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Gonna run it. It's Booth. Runs into a wall. They'll give him 1 out to the 8.
He's brought down at the 8-yard line. Third and 10. That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Mississippi State 28, Buffalo 17.
Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first
He's given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
That's caught. It's Mosley.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
That last completion has him set up, 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. Takes a hit as he fires. Complete to the right. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
You know, you just can't coach toughness in quarterbacks. This guy's been sacked multiple times in this one, and on that last play, he gets drilled again, but he delivers a strike. I'll tell you what, this guy's going to be in an ice bath after the game.
Handoff from the gun. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They move the tight end all over. The inside handoff. Turns it on in midfield. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a 1st down.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together, back to back to back, and they're bleeding the...
He's going for it all. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air, and offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't picked.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Here's the handoff. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6. Trying to pick up a 1st down. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It's complete. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on a critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
Leaves it with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Yeah, that was a good play on the ball, getting his hand up and getting the tip, getting the deflection. Ball bounces up in the air, falls to the ground, incomplete pass.
The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half.
Timeout, Mississippi State.
And guys, they've come through on the first 2 3rd down tries. This one might be a little tougher. From the gun, wants to pass. It's caught downfield. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the 4th quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
Fast motion from the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved.
Going for it all. He snares it in the end zone.
Shit didn't even let me jump.
Mississippi State
This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
Yo.
And now
Oh
with
shit,
the
hold on.
extra
I'm gonna send it after
point,
this game. You got time, nigga. That game ain't till 8 o'clock.
let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Washington State is running away with things, and I'm not sure anyone inside that program saw this coming today. They're up by 19 over Washington. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to eliminate.
And he's running in the open. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together. Maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. After the misfire now on second down. Looking for a man. It's Agbana. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy. And because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football. And that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth quarter.
Going up top. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help.
He's off to the races. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Snags it, and he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they now trail 35-24. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose.
That shit, bro. This nigga done fumbled 3,000. I can't get
Who
it.
knows how they got that thing back?
Well, ball security
And
doesn't just
2
apply
pick
to
sixes,
running backs and
bro.
receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Looking to throw on third.
Come on. That's been happening all game, bro.
Swing that could have been, but they still force a first down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. A low line drive and short kick. tosses it incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. He fires it out to the right. And it's caught. Touchdown, Buffalo! So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
Makes the grab in the end zone for the two-point conversion, and that could be big as it draws them to within a field goal. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's going to run it back. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. All right, this game just got tighter, and you just don't want to make a mistake here, David.
Especially in the fourth quarter. Remember, you're still leading this ball game. You're still going to execute the same way, Palmer. Don't get frantic.
Don't get frantic, but I would like to see them stay aggressive, too. You put a touchdown up on the board here, and this goes back to being a two-possession game.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And now on second
Oh,
down
I
for
did.
this
I did.
offense. He'll pull it on the read. Gets it past the marker. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And listen, the QB gave everything he had, right? He tried to get the first down. He even laid out. He wasn't worried about getting whacked. He tried to get the first down. Good effort, but just comes up a little bit short.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. On the run, it's Booth. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Mississippi State will try to bleed this clock dry. From the shotgun, the inside give.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Mosley. He gets those chains and gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead. Guess who shows up with another big one? That one.
He takes the knee, and it took a while.
I ain't tripping. I need a quarterback.
Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, you know, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get one, actually just kind of one stop with this many points that are being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack.